Hey, hello. It is Tammy with Cheers to Creativity, and I'm here on the Essential Stencil page and hopefully over on Cheers to Creativity as well. I'm one of your brand ambassadors. I'm always happy to spend part of my Thursday evening with you and very grateful for the time we get to share together. So this is Jump in the Leaves stencil, and I've positioned it on a sweatshirt, and I'm going to be using fabric paint. This is the fabric paint I use. However, you can mix regular acrylic paint with fabric paint medium and make it more pliable. What I'll do after I paint mine is I will put a piece of parchment paper over the painted design and press it with a hot iron. I'm going to start this with my fabric paint, and I'm going to use a little brown just for the words "Jump in the Leaves." It's an old cookie sheet, not one that I would be baking my cookies with on a regular basis. While I certainly have no thoughts of jumping in the leaves today, it is 93 degrees here and very humid. So let's just get this down first, and then we'll decide where we're going to pop our leaves. And then if you happen to see the description of tonight's live projects using the Woodland Silhouettes, a little bit today. Not that that's how exactly we will play with them tonight. A little woodland creature that has a little more detail too, without much effort. I'm going to just take a quick peek, lifting it off. So you can see I've got nice, crisp lines. I can't decide if I want to go over it with a shimmery color or if I want to go over it with more of a glittery color. I'm leaning a little more glittery, but generally picking it up, dabbing a little off, and I'm just going to do it on the word leaves. Now they have a wonderful clear glitter you can use. This happens to be called Harvest Gold. I think they had one that's called Autumn Flame too, but I didn't even think about that one. This is just going to be a little glitter just for the word leaves. The glitter. Possibly. Okay. Start positioning some of my leaves. I think I'll do a couple here because I'm not going to use them exactly. Pick up a little of that green. So I'm going to let this guy be. This is a nice little light green guy. I'm going to stop right there. A little bit of a deeper orange, maybe a brighter orange. This is more of a fluorescent orange. These have lots of detail in them, so I don't want to press too hard. I want to add a couple other leaves, and I was thinking about this right before I went live. Really pretty filled in. So here's a little bit of that orange, that red that I just had. Let it change colors a little bit. All right. Woodland Silhouettes. We won't be doing anything with the raccoon tonight. I think I want my deer to kind of be like this. Here's my idea. We're going to have kind of a fall sky. I'm kind of thinking is that I want the area where this deer is going to be peeking through to show up with a little bit of this blue color. And guys, this is nothing difficult. This is just adding a few layers of color, okay? And nothing too hard. So I'm just kind of pulling this bluish color up. That's it. Nothing fancy, right? Think about kind of doing it like in the middle third and just kind of letting it blend out a little bit. I'm not close to putting the deer on yet. But I'm going to blow dry this. It'll take just a second. Use are going to be a little bit of pumpkin spice and just a very little bit of a color called Antique Gold. Or you could use True Ochre. That would work as well. And I'm going to start just kind of pulling some of this orange from the sides in. And I'm going to stop because I forgot a step. I'm just going to, that's still too dark. I'm just going to dab the idea of there might be some, maybe they're leaves, who knows what they are, in the background that are happening here. I'm going to take my deer. Remember, I knew about where he was going to stand. Tape him down. And I'm just going to pull a little bit of this yellow around the outside of him. Okay, I'm going to start in the middle. There's my main deer. I'm going to lift him up. Then I'm going to come back and pick up a little bit of the black, bottom up. And I'm just going to come up here and start going, okay, that looks like it could be a branch. When you're making branches, you're just going to V off, and wherever you're at, they're going to get a little skinnier as they go away from your main tree trunk. Start this one up this way. Now, we do have stencils. I know the birch is out of stock right now, but you could do just some birch trees on the side of these too. That would be really kind of cool. The tree, pulling some grasses up. First thing we need to do is put just a quick color down on this. And I can just spread the color on. I want it to be pretty light. Not too overpowering. The owl. The owl is a 6x6. It should fit on here perfectly, and it does. I'm just mixing that brown and that white with the lighter brown, and we'll offload the color first. Then I'm going to come in here and darken it with black, but you have to be a little more cautious because that the black will really take over quickly. I'm going to hit this real quick because it's picking up some of that yellow or orange behind it. The other thing, when you lighten a color and you're going to use that color to shade, you know that color is going to work because it's part of the first color. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to kind of give him a V. But right where that bridge is with the dark brown, not going to matter much in just a little bit. Pull a little bit of this color toward his wing. Eyeball, right size. White is pulling a little bit down in toward his body. And I'm just going to fill those outer edges. I don't have to fill the whole thing, but I want the outer edge to be more of a yellow. Oops. Our little mini brush to basically fill in with black. I want to see a little bit of that yellow around. The upper left-hand side, give him a little dot. Into a point. And go up the other side. I will tell you that since I obviously am not going to get to the other projects that I planned tonight, I'm going to add some leaves to it. Now you could certainly add transfers, but I'm just going to use the leaves from the falling leaves. Picked up a little brown and gets wrapped around the side. This is the first one I did today. So this one was a much lighter, and we added a little coffee on this guy. Have a great rest of your evening, and cheers. Bye, guys.